Give me just a second, everybody. Just getting everything sorted out here. All right. Good afternoon, all. Welcome to the Ultimate Domination Challenge. As you can tell, it's early morning in December. We have just finished sleeping. Wait, why is there what? Oh, there's Christmas lights on the house. Look, I don't know who made this house. Well, I probably do. I just can't remember. But that is cool, guys. That is cool. Having the Christmas lights on the house. That is cool. That is very clever. You got to appreciate when people, kind of delve down and really, pull out all stops like that. Evening, Miss Dust Bunny. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, Christmas lights on the house. Look at that. That is very, very cool. I guess I'll grab that. Can I? Okay. I had to jump to get it, but yeah, okay. Very, very cool. Again, I don't remember who made this mod. Let's see here. No, it's not that one. It's in farmhouses. I honestly don't know which one it is. It's not that one. See if I can find it. Where is that? No, that's not it. It's a modern house. I think this is it. Small barndominium mod. So I picked it up from somewhere. I'll have to figure that out if anybody's interested. But that is really cool. And I really love that. Like, if you look, like you can actually put that down. It doesn't interfere with the garage light itself. That literally has nothing to do with this. But that is very cool too. That's your garage light. That is very cool. Does this turn on lights? Hang on. No, that's an open gate thing. Oh no, it is lights. Look at that. Very cool. Now, speaking of lights, there it is. White. Where's the light? There's another light switch here. Let's see. Ah, there we go. Now we got some lights in here. Much better. But I like the real-time weather forecast that's up on the wall. That is so cool. Oh look, is that Xbox? I think that's Xbox. Yeah, that's Xbox. Cool. Yeah. Anyway. Well, there you go. Miss Dust Bunny has put it into the. Hang on a minute. My brain will click in a second. Yes, the chat. Miss Dust Bunny's put it in the chat. That, if anybody's interested, is in the chat. And she's given the link. Miss Dust Bunny is an excellent moderator. Don't know what I'd do without her. Well, I do. I'd probably lose my mind. What little bit I have left. Okay. So, first of all, let me get a few little tidbits done. I've done a lot. Let me just double check and make sure I'm only, yep, full only. Alright. Yes, words seem to always be hard for me for some reason that I can't fathom. So we got, I put in extra one of the granny knitwear. Granny's knitwear. This one we're running on both of them. We're running about 18,000. Why is mine? Wait. Oh, okay. They're doing really well. Let's see. So about that, I'm going to have to check because see, it keeps telling me that. Okay, so I need to hang where's my trigger? Like it's here. There it is. Okay, so we need to do this, and we need to deactivate that. And I could have swore we had sugar going, but where are my sugar beets? Where are my sugar beets going? Because, like, I've got... Where are my sugar beets? I have where is it? It's right here somewhere. There it is. Where are my sugar beets? Why have I got wool in here? What? Really? I don't understand. There should be sugar beets in here. I gotta see if I can locate it. There's no sugar beets, and I don't understand that because I have unless they're going, are they going in here? I got 40,000 liters of sugar beets in this. It's distributing to here. I know, but why is it? I didn't even realize that sugar beets could go into this. Maybe, should I don't know, I think I can distribute from here. I wonder if I distribute from here. I think it's here. Yeah, there it is. If I distribute sugar beets from here, can I do that? I've got 40,000 liters of them. I mean, I could cut them from here. No, you know, that's all right. That's what I've got a tractor for with a thingy on it. We'll deal with that in just a second because I've been like I've gone through several months. Yeah, well, it's fine because I have a tractor. Just right there, I have a tractor with a trailer. I can pull all 40,000 out and shove them into Omotanas. No, we can't do this right now. We have to go. Wait, no. It is December. Hold the phone. Goat milk sells in December, doesn't it? I think so. No, it says in January. Dang it. Okay. It's fine. Something sells in December. I just can't remember what it is. Offhand. I've been a little bit worried about a lot of other stuff lately because in-game and outside of game too, but y'all not really interested in all that. But in the game, I have been working very hard to get our money up so that we could buy more plots of land, because the challenge is basically for you to buy all plots of farmable land. And I'd like to go ahead and get this challenge. I'm going to kind of push hard to get this challenge done, because there are a couple of other challenges that have come up that have kind of caught my eye that I think I might want to try out. So I want to go ahead and get this one done. Although in saying that, this challenge is going to be somewhat challenging. There are 42 plots of land that you need to purchase. I have 6. Like, 6. So, you know, what is going on with this silly thing? Wait, hang on. Are you playing games with me here? I promise you guys, the universal autoloader really enjoys messing with me. I am not even going to lie about it. How? How can anything... How is the unloading area blocked? Would someone please point that out to me? Look around. There is nothing freaking here. I'm literally in the middle of a field. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do that. You know what? Y'all have perturbed me. You better be glad I didn't go get my forklift or my little unit over there. I'd have really messed everything up. Seriously? You left the one. Universal auto load, why you want to be this way? Look at this. Unable to load. I'm attempting to unload and reload. That's part of the problem. Apparently it does. You know what? We're just gonna go sell it. I wanted to get a full load. You know, it's funny. That worked perfectly for me until I started to stream. It's just like, you know what? Because you're on stream and you might have a couple people watching, we're just gonna aggravate you. It's like, yeah, okay, you know, fair. It's fair. Why is just, so I just have a random one sitting back here just laying on the ground? That's cool. That was very cool. Let's see. Okay, so we got this loaded. I brought 240,000. I did cut my grass. We wound up with like 1.3 plus million liters of grass. Lots of grass. Lots and lots of grass. So I put 1 million liters of that into our production over there. It is currently making TMR for us. We now have somewhere in the range, I forgot how much sorghum we have at the moment. But we're going to be probably wind up placing more of Omatana's lovely little farm factories. So that we can actually start doing bread or something. Not really sure what else sorghum would be used for. Aside from chicken feed, and believe me when I say I think I've got more than enough sorghum that I don't have to worry about it. Did that take some of my sorghum? It did. How rude. Okay. So let's park this for a second, and I'm gonna turn the lights off. Okay. So let's look at our factories. Now this factory. Oh, I put in some more water and stuff. Okay, so as you can see, this one's got digestate and silage and water and a little bit of straw. And wait, is it that one or is it this one? Where's TMR? That one doesn't have any TM. Okay, I was about to say there shouldn't hardly be any methane in the one I just, okay. So we got hay and we got silage. I'm gonna have to go have a look at that one. This one, what is going on with this? 200 slurry. Do I have slurry anywhere else? Do I have slurry in here? No. Okay. Okay. That's fair. But as you'll see here, we have methane. It's 51,000. Now, I went to, we're now getting slurry out of both of our cow barns. So we're getting slurry out of here, and we're actually able to get to it. I'll tell you about that in a second. And we're getting slurry out of here. So I'll probably add an extra capacity there. Oh, we are low on food over there. I'll have to do something about that. We've got a little bit of milk. We got some manure, blah, blah, blah. So what I did is this slurry was about 60,000 or so. Oh, I did not know that. And this slurry was about 40,000. Not now, obviously, but before. So what I did was I grabbed that 100,000 liters of slurry, I ran it over here and told the digestate to take from the slurry, which made digestate, methane, straw, and electrical charge. Speaking of electrical charge, we are changing the output to selling. Yes, we are, because that's about all we can do with it. Anyway, so look how much total TMR we got, guys. We've got almost 1,000,000 liters of TMR. That's going to change soon, but yeah, anyway. So we've got digestate, which I think we need for herbicide. Yes. And we also need for liquid fertilizer and solid fertilizer as well. There we go, right there. Okay, so we've got a few things going on in this one. This is the one that's located close to our actual cattle. So it's on the other part of the map, on the northern part of the map. So this is what we're doing with this. We have turned it basically into making methane so that we can bring it to this one, because methane is used in making diesel. And I figured since we already had, where's diesel? Since we already had like 65,000 liters of diesel, this can store 1,000,000 liters. Well, first of all, we're not ever going to have to buy diesel again. You know what I'm saying? Never. Just not going to happen. And I have actually shifted that around to where there is canola oil going into almatanas and into this farm production. I am putting down more greenhouses to up the production on this. Anyway, well, I pulled 300,000 liters of methane, I was almost 400,000 liters of methane out of this farm production, because this farm production is making TMR. And when it's making hay, guess what it makes? Not hay, silage. Nope, silage. It makes methane. And the slurry, when it is, what was the slurry doing? Oh, when it's making digestate, slurry makes methane. Oh, and electrical charge too. So we had almost 400,000. It was like 383,000 liters of methane. So all that came out of here and went in here. Plenty of methane. So I'm going to have to up my production on canola so that we can use methane to try to get that number back down, because this production is going to be putting out some big numbers in methane because of the production of digestate. Anyway, Let me turn off the lights. And then let's go to our... Oh, okay. Well, it is using out of this one. Yes, they're full of crap too. So anyway, this is a true story. They're full of bull crap. Anyway, all right. Let me go grab my sugar beets because those are going straight into tomatoes. And we'll get over there on that side in a minute. I want to try to get everything finished up here first. No. Got 141,000 liters of straw. Interesting. Where is our... Where's our sugar beets? Let me guess. We're going to actually have... Yeah. Apparently we can't get the sugar beets out of here. We're going to have to actually cut the sugar beets. Great. Okay. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Change output mode to distributing. Well, no. Let's activate it. Let's store it. Let's boost the production because these should have been in Omatanas already, not in here. So we'll boost that. Where do we have canola? We do have 20,000 liters of canola in here. We have got to up those numbers. So that means we are going to have to put down more greenhouses, or I'm going to switch those greenhouses to canola to up the numbers. Let me grab some grass real quick to feed our sheep and goats. Stop. Thank you. Wait. We have a little over 250,000 liters of sorghum. I think we're going to be pretty good for chicken food. So I think we will switch those to grass. There we go. I think we will switch those 4 over to doing canola, at least for the time being. Now, when I bought field 5, I bought that last month. When I bought field 5, oh, should stop. When I bought field 5, it was already plowed. There was no plant, there was nothing on it. So, next year we're going to be planting grass on it. I'll show you that in a minute, but for now, I'm just kind of giving you a heads up. That's what we'll be doing. That field 5 will have grass. I did do a little bit of work on it as far as cutting down a few trees, cleaning it up, and plowing additional area for it. I'll show you that in just a second, but let's see, what else did we do? You guys are eating a lot of food. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. I have grass fields to take care of you guys. There we go. Let's see. So, yeah, I just had a brain meltdown there for a second. So, yeah, we've, these 2 fields have been, actually, I need to probably, yeah, I'm going to have to fertilize those 2 fields soon. Not soon. Because they're not going to be ready to harvest for a little bit, but I might put a worker on them and go ahead and don't need lime. Need rolling? No. What's this? So that doesn't need rolling. It does need lime. That's field 5. It does need fertilizing. It's not mulch. There's some small stones in it, but it's fine. Okay, so I know what we got to do with that. We're not actually planting that field until, when is it? March? February? When is, crap. Grass. Yeah, we're not planting that field until March, so we're fine. All right, so we will take our pick-em-up truck and the trailer associated with it. That'll work. Yep. Because we have more stuff to do at the other locations. Everything is taken care of, yes. All right. I have to put in a dairy somewhere. I'm coming to the conclusion I have to put in a dairy. I may have to put more than one dairy in. God, people. And I'll show you why in just a second. But I have to put in a dairy. So, oh, I did do some work here. See, look, I even made a road and I made concrete and all kinds of stuff. It's really nice. I'm going to have to work on this area a little bit. I think this is where I'm going to put my dairies. Dairies, whatever. All this was cut. Oops, I forgot to cut that bit. I did cut the bit down here. But yeah, we need to fertilize that. I don't think it really matters when you fertilize it, though, as long as it's not growing. So I just cut it last month. I don't think it grows in December. I don't think. But you know something? The game could surprise me and start growing grass in December. So I may go ahead and get it fertilized. We'll do that when I'm running around with my rig, because we have a few things that we have to do with the rig before we can do anything else. I'll put a worker on it and let it run from there. Okay then. Sure. That was unexpected. Okay. So which side is it unloading to? It unloads to the right. No, we want it to unload to the left. Is it? You know what? I'm not arguing with it. I'm just going to go take it and sell it and be happy. I'm thinking that I am going to have to get another rig with another bottom hopper and set it up in the other cow barn with the water buffalo. And it's kind of weird because they are going through quite a bit of feed, which kind of confuses me. Because if you actually look, I don't have that many of them. Like, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't have... It's like I have 500 cows there. I only have like 150. I think I only have about 150 of the water buffalo as well. So, going through the amount of food they're going through is interesting, just to say the least. Alright, so we're up to 731,000. I need these wood mills would pay off, and forestry will pay off. I mean, it's literally one of the things that's keeping me going right now. Because right now the animals aren't keeping me going, that's for sure. Although I guess technically I could sell TMR. I don't know. I forgot that there was more coming out. I did clean up this area, and I cleaned up some of the area going that way as well, make it look a little bit better. And then we'll do that. Hopefully we'll get run over by a car, because they are very, yeah, they run through here like no tomorrow. They ain't gonna stop neither. You just up the creek without a paddle if you mess up. Okay. Okay, thank you. All right. So we got food. Let's see, food. Yeah, we're topped out on food here. That's good. Our slurry. Where's our milk? 32,000 liters of milk, guys. In this month, 32,000 liters of milk. And the thing is, if you look at our, we've only got 150 of these. 32,000 liters of milk. What? That's insane. I mean, it's good, obviously. Yeah, I haven't done that. But like, you know, it's good because I've got 150 cows and they're producing 32,812 liters of milk a month. That's nice. Food-wise, holy cow. But, you know, if you look, I only have 150 buffalo. Like, I only have 150 of these guys. They're producing 4,312 liters per month with 150 of them. Am I missing something? I'm a little confused. I don't understand. By the way, love this truck. Love this truck. Oh, I spent like 60 grand on this truck to up the horsepower to 1,050 horsepower from 650. I know. 60. No, it was 35,000. Yeah, 35,000. If I would have upgraded it from 650 to 2,050, that was going to cost me 65,000. In saying that, I probably will upgrade it to 2,000 horsepower plus, just because I can. I understand that, but I mean, that is a lot slower because, I mean, think about it. I'm literally getting 32,000 liters of milk a month from regular dairy cows. Just regular dairy cows, 32,000 liters a month. I don't know, but I mean, I'm getting 4,300 liters from 150 water buffalo. I'm getting 32,000 liters of milk from regular dairy queens. The math ain't mathing. Because you have to remember, I can just sell milk. Like, I can just straight up sell milk. How much does just regular everyday milk go for? Milk. In January, it goes for 1,375. I have 129,000 liters of milk sitting, literally just sitting right now. It's actually in one of my silos, just sitting there. So yeah, I like buffalo milk. I think I only have like 4,000. Oh no, I have 16,000. So 16,000 and 129,000. Okay, so how much does buffalo milk sell for? $6,899. I have 16,000 of them. So yeah, it's going to sell good. But I mean, just if I sold it today, like if I sold it, let's just say I sold that 16,000. We're just going to call it 16,000. 16,000 and multiply that times 6,899. That, wait, is that right? That can't be right. Maybe it is. Guess we'll find out. Okay. So, well, that's true, but I've only got 16,000. But if it sells for, let's just call it 6,900, I'll go 6,800. If it sells for 6,800, so 16,000 times 6,800. According to this, it's going to give me $108,800,000. Yeah, yeah, just selling the milk. Because that would only give me, I don't know. I rounded it off, so maybe that's why. And that's not including the other 4,312 liters I have sitting over there right now. So I mean, basically I'm going to own the map next month. I don't know. That's gonna be kind of hilarious though if I do. Um, I mean, I'm just getting to the point where like, you know, everything's set up. But yeah, I cleaned this up and I set up a turnaround point for my truck. So, I've been busy. I've been busy. Um, let's see. We're going to take this over here. I don't need anything out of this area here, so I can actually come in here and start doing that. I mean, I'm thinking this might be what happens with 20-something thousand liters of freaking buffalo milk. Because you got to remember, next month, I'll probably get an additional 4,312 liters. So that's already, what, 24,000 liters? Thereabouts. So it does appear it's going to be an exceptionally short challenge. I was unaware of the fact that buffalo milk sold for that much. I mean, if buffalo milk sells for that much, what is like, what did you call it? Mozzarella? Mozzarella? Hey, hey, Thin, Mr. Thin, very, very good to see you, sir. I did catch your video, Mr. Thin. What was the name of it? That one that you did? It wasn't FS. It was another thing. I wasn't able to finish it, but it was looking good, brother. Looking good. I hope you're being safe out there, man. So apparently, is it Gorgonzola, Mr. Bunny? Is that the one that the buffalo milk does? Mozzarella, mozzarella. Okay, hang on. What is the Gorgonzola? Because that stuff sells for like 11 grand. Mozzarella. It sells for like 10 grand. I don't even know if that'd be worth putting down the thing to make it. Anyway. But yeah, Mr. Thin, you take care of yourself, man. I greatly. Buffalo. Oh, buffalo mozzarella. Hang on. Let me go back up there and look at that one. That one. Oh, Well, it sells for 14,000. Ooh. Okay. Well, we were just discussing, Mr. Thin, that I've got like 16,000, almost 17,000 liters of buffalo milk. That sells for almost $6,900. Uh, well, that says buffalo mozzarella, right? Am I missing something? I don't know. I mean, pretty much the challenge is going to be over next month. Looks like, because I have another 4,300 to put in there, and then I'll have another 4,300 to put in on top of that. And if I sell all the milk at that price, that's going to put me at like $110 million or something craziness like that. All right, let me drop this. All right, okay. All right, guys. So we did pick up our milk. This milk trailer slash tanker slash whatever you want to call it. If I was playing a playthrough like I normally would, I would have like 2 of these, maybe 3, because one would be only carrying milk, i.e. cow's milk. One would only be carrying buffalo milk, so I'd probably have 4. One would be carrying slurry, and one would be carrying water, because you can't cross. Being a truck driver and having done food stuff for a large portion of my life, you cannot cross-contaminate. Like, you can't mix certain things. It's like if you have raw chicken in the back of your truck, you have to have that sanitized before you can put anything else in there, period. That's all there is to it. If you don't, it can be bad. Very, very bad. And a lot of the sad bit is they don't really teach that anymore. Like, they don't. Well, I guess they do teach it. Like, they tell you you have to get a washout. They don't tell you why. They don't actually go through and explain to you the reasoning behind it, which is sad, because, you know, back in the day when I was first coming up, we had to know the reasons for it. Of course, we also had to, you know, be able to get up under the truck. No, if you got caught doing that, the fine for that would be, let's just say, first of all, you'd be out of business as a trucking company, and second of all, the fine, if you didn't go to jail, yeah, it would be insane. I would not want to be part of that. But like, you have to be really careful with cross-contamination. But a lot of people, like I said, a lot of the new drivers aren't taught these things, and you know, they'll go back there and they'll look and they're like, oh, well, I can just sweep it out. It's fine. No, that's not the way that works. And then people say, oh, well, I wonder why I'm getting sick from this and that and other things, because people have relaxed the rules. That's the problem. You can't relax the rules when it comes, like, that. There is no relaxing the rules when it comes to people's health. It's just the way it is. There is no relaxing rules. It's one of the reasons that I was so adamant against like NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement. It was one of the reasons I was so against allowing people from other countries to come over here and just jump in a truck, without any type of training, without being able to read English you know, things along those lines. I was very against that. And it wasn't because I'm against immigration, it's because most, wait, what? I thought I emptied that. Hang on. It's because most of everything in the United States is written. What is going on here? Start filling. I literally just dropped buffalo milk off yesterday. I'm not, what is happening? So I can fill this with buffalo milk, but I can't empty buffalo milk? I am so confused. What? Okay. And now I can overlay. Okay, whatever. What in the world? Anyway, so where was I? Apparently I'm not, me and this game are not getting along. So yeah, I'm not against immigration. However, the majority of the rules and regulations and things that are pertinent to the trucking industry, okay, now we can. Oh, I know what's going on. Okay, I understand now. Apparently, this is showing up in this. Because there's no buffaloes. There's no water buffaloes in here. It's all cows. But if you look, when I say start filling, see, I don't understand. Anyway, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. But most of the stuff that's written in regards to health and safety and everything else is written in English. So you need to be able to read English. And you need to be able to comprehend it. So yeah. Anyway, that I was very against them just freely handing stuff out. Because there needs to be, to keep the safety and health and all that of the citizens of the United States, there has to be a certain level of making sure that everybody's all on the same page and doing the right thing. Okay, so now we're putting slurry in here. So this one does have flavoring to it. So if you're really interested, Miss Dust Bunny, I'm sure that if you'd like to get some milk from here, well, okay, so I went to Australia. Fortunately, Australia is an English-speaking country. In saying that, however, just because I went over there with a commercial driver's license from the United States, although they recognized that I had a commercial driver's license, when I got over there, I still had to go do a refresher course. I still had to go through their testing to make sure I was up to spec on their requirements. Yes, because we have brown cows. Oopsies, I hit a car. Did you just blow your horn at me? Yeah, we have brown cows, so it's chocolate milk, chocolate flavored milk. True story. True story. But yeah, you went to Australia and you got tested on certain things. You had to do a driving test. You had to do the written test. So like they acknowledged that you knew how to drive a truck, but you still had to do some testing to make sure that you were up to their specifications in their country. So yeah, I'm sure you do, because that's where all chocolate milk comes from, is brown cows. You knew that, right? Brown milk comes from, chocolate milk comes from brown cows. Oh, absolutely. But I mean, you know, one part of that is you kind of need to be able to read the language of the country that you're in. I mean, I wouldn't go to, say, South America and try to drive a truck down there without being able to read, write, and comprehend Espanol. You were a kid? What? No. No. I was never a kid. Not according to my kids. I was never a kid. I was always old. Alright, so we're going to drop 100,000 liters or whatever it was in here of the slurry. That gives us that. And we can put this aside. We'll send Bob. He's got a truck, so we're going to ask him to come by, pick this trailer up. He's going to take it to the washout and have it sanitized 15 times. And then that way we can go pick up more milk from brown cows. Now the next thing we're going to do is, this is something that I have had to do basically every day now since I've had the cows. We pick up milk, we pick up slurry, and we pick up manure. So yeah, and I'm actually considering getting more cows and more water buffalo. And it's kind of funny because the water buffalo don't put out a lot of milk, so it's kind of funny that they put out almost the equal amount of manure and slurry as actual cows do. Well, yeah, I mean, we had to get the flavoring in there, right? Isn't that what you said? You wanted the flavoring, so we put the flavoring in there. Come on now. But yeah, these cows just, I mean, it's amazing. These water buffalo can put out as much crap as the same amount of cows and give less milk. But hey, you know what? For almost $7 grand, a thousand per thousand, I'm okay with that. No problem. Gotta remember the button. Now I forgot the fast tipping on this tipper. I have fast tipping. You can put fast tipping on this mod, and it just, I mean, it doesn't even go up all that much, and it's just gone. You're welcome. I mean, you're the one that said you wanted the flavoring, so there you go. That was all just for you. Yeah, but they don't put out as much milk as cows, which is, I'm not really sure I understand that. Like, because they're basically putting out, let's see, the cows are putting out about 32,000. The water buffalo are putting out about 4. So that's less than a quarter of the milk that cows put out. So I'm not really sure I'm understanding. I mean, it's less than a quarter. You are special. You are. I mean, I've been told I'm a special kind of special on several occasions. But I already knew that. I'm from the South and I'm an idiot sometimes. So, you know, I get it. Actually, the cows put out less manure than the water buffalo. Go figure. Gonna have to put some more straw in there at some point. But this is working out really, really well now. So, okay. Remember over here, I had that manure thing, not the manure, the silo extension, I think it was. There it is. I had this sitting right over here. Well, come to find out, that's a silo extension, and I can't pull anything from that silo extension. I had 215,000 liters of slurry in this barn. And I literally had to remove that, lose to all 215,000. And what I wound up doing was I wound up putting down this one. So that's an extension tank, small, 500,000 liters. And then I went to the silos, and down here, somewhere, there it is, another 65,000. So that's a grand total of 1,000,000 liters of slurry that can go in right here. But that was the only way I could get it out, was to put this silo in front of this one. So, yeah. Cost me 100. Well, I told Mr. Dust Bunny it was about 120,000. It's actually about 130. Just to make sure I could get slurry out of that barn right there. But it's fine because it is working a charm now, and I'm able to make production in my little production place over there, and can get the stuff I need out of it. So it's good. Very, very good. Yeah, I mean, I think maybe if I had put down that silo one right beside the one that was sticking out of the ground, it might have worked, but I was unaware of that at the time. And as such, I lost like 215,000 liters of slurry. But like I said, it's fine. We figured it out. I probably will try that on my next one, or on another playthrough, just to double check. I did not see. What about the packed onions? I think I have them still. I don't know. I'm sure I have the packed onions still. I don't get rid of anything until I'm ready to get rid of it. Yeah. Oh, yes. We will need to do something about that. Okay. So, whoopsies. Oh, by the way, there's another little horseshoe here. Yes, they do sell in December, and I will be going to get them. Would you get in? Thank you. Get in line. Thank you very much. Okay. So here, if Miss Money, right here, in this location, there's one of these bad boys. Okay. Real quickly, I'm going to run over here. I'm going to do it in my, do it bobtail in my big truck. Whoa. Alright, so this is the land we bought. This is plot 5. Now, it goes all the way up here. And it actually goes over, like, over this way. So if you look, plot 5 goes all the way up here. It swings around down here and comes back down here. So I cut some trees out of the way and they're still laying here somewhere. Because I just kind of pushed them out of the way. They're just laying. Yeah, there you go. You can see them right there just laying down. So I cut some trees and pushed them out of the way. Anyway, I put this all the way over here. And then, as you can tell, so initially, plot 5 was just sort of here. It was sort of just this small little plot right here. This is 8 acres, 8.34 acres. And I was like, no, we're going to get as much of this as we can. So I cut some more trees down over here. So if you've got plot 5, Miss Dunsmoney, if you come over here, right about, you see where this is? And right up in this general area here, now granted, this has all been plowed, but there is going to be a raised area, just like that, right up in here somewhere. There is another horseshoe on that. I had to move the horseshoe because I was plowing it, just to let you know. Anyway, I plowed all this up. We will be planting that, and yes, I moved all these trees over here. And then we have plot number, whoopsies, you need to go up quicker. You should just be in slack. We have plot number 6 over here that we bought. And as you can see, I did a little bit of cleaning up around the edges. Now this field is barley. This field is barley. Excuse me. And it does have weeds in it. I don't remember who we bought it from, but probably what's going to happen is I'll probably take this and I'll probably knock that stupid little hill down. The problem is, I don't know, I mean, if we really do sell the amount that we're going to sell next month and we made that much money, we probably would have done this challenge. But I was thinking about taking this plot and turning it into another, putting in the chips and wood mod by Farmer Donkey, and I was going to put it here, and then field number or plot number 7 over here, the fairly big area, and I was thinking about turning that into nothing but timber, and then using it to support that mill. But I haven't made up my mind on that. And we still have to see what's going to happen next month. So let me go get over here and get my truck back where it needs to be. Get our TMR back, etc. and so on. And we'll go and sell the stuff we need to sell. And then we'll move into next month, which I think is when we're supposed to sell the milk, or the buffalo milk. And we'll see how much money we make out of it. Could prove interesting. I mean, it's definitely going to prove interesting. I didn't realize buffalo milk sold for that much. As this is the... Yeah, I am interested to see if that's kind of money we're going to make off Because I just, I mean, so I'm going to take this back. We got 120,000 liters of TMR in here. And I honestly did not realize that buffalo milk sold for as much as it's going for because, again, this is the first time I've ever put water buffalo on a map, ever, in this game. So, it is interesting. Alright, so let's go park this bad boy up. Love the sound of this truck. Alright, we're going to empty a little bit out. Then we're going to change that. We're going to do that. We're going to jump out. Jump the fence. I know, I'm getting old. I probably would not jump the fence. Because I am 57 going on 58 here before too long. Right, let's turn the lights on. Now I'm going to bright light this dude because he does that to me all the time. Idiot. I swear that looks like a Freightliner. Anyway. Ooh. We'll do that. Okay, so we've got $806,000. We could buy plot number 7 right now if we felt like it. Yeah, I did hit that sign. Yeehaw. That's at least 5 points, right? Let's see, what else are we doing? Oh, I want to go and check real quick when we get over here. Well, first of all, I need to check my sheep pen. Yeah, you slow. No. Check my sheep pen for wool. Where are you going? No, get out of the way. Get out of my way. I'm sure he would. Okay, so let's grab that. And I did say we were going to switch canola. The thing we're going to just hold off for the time being. Yeah, I think we will. That's canola oil right there. A little paddock sitting right there. That is canola oil. You keep getting. I keep forgetting about that. We keep getting canola oil. How much canola oil do we have? We have 6 pallets of canola oil. How cool is that? 49 of goat milk, 1 pallet of oil. Well, we need to get that out. The wool. We need to get the wool out. Is it here? It is. Where's the wool? There we go. Let's get that out. The wool can go in here. Oh. It went into all my tunnels. That's the one thing that I screw up on is like when I remove all the triggers and stuff, I mess up. Okay, let's see, we will, so, okay, let me go into my map thing for a second. Okay, so look, I was having a look up here and over here, sort of east of here. This is kind of out of the way, if you know what I mean. Like these are connected fairly close to here. So what I was thinking is these 4 areas and these 2 areas. maybe even these two areas. Sheep, goats, pigs, grass, grass, and grass. That's what I was thinking. So like, we're taking a small portion of the map right here, maybe even like down to here, because like, you know, we're not buying that. And what is this? Yeah, we're not buying that. So 6 we own, 7 is 20 acres, 8 is 4 acres, and 9 is like an acre. So if we took 20, 21, 22, and 23 and turn those into sheep, see, even here, I could turn that into half forestry, 10 acres of forestry, 10 acres of grass. But I was thinking all this and maybe these two could be our grass/sheep area. And then we remove the sheep from over here. And then this would be a grass area, and this would be a grass area. And then these could possibly be like goat area, and then that could be pig area. Because that's not going to be far to get from there. We could put a warehouse down here, ship all the pig food, because we have pig food in here. Like we got a fair bit of pig food in there. Let me go have a look see real quick. We probably got like 20 pallets of freaking pig food. Maybe more. We got 72 pallets of pig food. You know, I could just put a warehouse down there, put 72 pallets in there and just let it go. That is the one thing about Omatana's thing is that, you know, you kind of get pig food as a bonus. And we're going to go, we did get our wool. Yeah, okay. Hold that thought for a second. I need to look at my factories. Where is the sugar beet cut? Okay, we've got 22,000 of those right now. So we're going to let those keep going. Because if I remember right, Omatana's takes 24,000. Oh no, she takes 200,000. Holy dooly. That's a lot. All right, we're going to let it keep going. Hopefully we can get about 20,000, or we can get 40,000 for next month, and then we can put 20,000 sugar beet cut. We'll put 20,000 into one, 20,000 into the other. That would make sense. Okay. Let's go ahead and go into next. No, we're not going into next month. We got to do the packed onions. Yes, packed onions. Got to do those. What else is in December that I have? Do I have canned peas? I think I still have canned peas. It wouldn't surprise me if I did. Okay, so let's put the truck here. Let's go here. Let's see. I do still have, I have 61 pallets of canned peas. Okay. So let's get that one. Okay. I didn't realize I had that many packed onions. Cool. In future, whoopsies. I honestly have no idea. I think January? I think. Okay. So that's full for the moment. Let's go and dump these off. I'll look in just a second and see when the canned peas sell the best. Because I have literally forgotten. 45,000 for packed onions? Pfft, I'm not going to whine about that. I mean, we literally got the onions when we bought the field. So, you know, it is what it is. At this point, we're just getting a little bit extra. Let's see. So, go ahead and see if we can do that. Yes, we can. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, I can't even keep track of my days and nights right now because of reasons. I mean, like right now, I'm ready to go to bed. It's not even 9 o'clock. I'm ready to go to bed. That's sad. Let's see. I think it's right. Where is it? It's right here somewhere. There it is. Packed onions, I have 2 left. Sweet. I only have 2. Excellent. Okay. So we've got this done. We don't have any more packed onions in here, right? Okay. Now let's check the canned peas. Canned. It is in alphabetical order, Chris. Work with me here. They sell now. Okay. Well, there you go. We will get those as well. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 bags full. Or 3 traders full. Whatever you want to call it. Alright. So we made about... $70,000 off of the packed onions. So not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, considering that, yeah, I wound up putting down the, I put them in the storage, and then I put down the packed onion thingamabob. I think that was only like $2 grand to put that down. And then, yeah. Okay, let's start out getting the peas. Okay then. Excellent. Load her up, boys. I think we can get a few more on there, guys. I mean, I'm not paying you to just look at me like I'm stupid. Come on, load it up. Thank you. Okay, your loading techniques have a little bit, leave a little bit to be desired, but okay, sure, it's fine. That's 40,000 liters of peas. Holy doody. I don't even know how much they sell for. I didn't look. Quite a bit, actually. That was almost $250,000. Sweet. Ain't gonna hear me complain about that. That was nice. All right. Did I say stupid? I don't recall saying stupid, but then, you know, it's me. I mean, I have done some dumb things in my lifetime. And if you asked other people, it looked really stupid when I did it because, well, basically because it was. But then when you're younger, you do have a tendency to do things that you probably shouldn't do. And why do I have sugar beets in here? I will have to fix that. Okay. So we got another 21,000. You know, this might sell good. Yeah, I mean, that was $250,000, a little over. So we're probably looking at another 125,000-ish or so. I'm not going to complain. Okay, done. Yeah, 126,000. Sweet. Sugar beets. We have sugar beets in here. Let me go ahead and get those out. I'm going to go ahead and put those on my tiles and get our sugar beet stuff happening because it needs to. But, it could wait, honestly. But I'm not feeling like it. Okay. Go ahead and do that. Use that. Okay. Should have 3 more left. Okay. So what we're going to do, this ought to be fun. Not to look at me like I was stupid. Well, you know, dogs look at us like that sometimes. You know that, right? You know that. Have you ever seen a dog turn its head and look at you like you have just lost your rabbit ass mind? Seriously. Because I have. It's like, what are you doing, Dad? You know what I'm saying? Like, because they look at you like, are you okay? See? So, you know, I mean, it's not used in a derogatory way. It's just, that's the way it is. Dogs look at you like you have lost your mind all the time. Because they look at you like, what are you doing, Mama? Or what are you doing, Daddy? It's like, you know what? Don't worry about it. It's fine. You know, you're just having a bad day or something. I don't know. Hey, Damo, what you up to, bro? Okay, that was not expected. How you doing, man? Mr. Insane? Hey. Oh, are you streaming, Damo? What time is it? Oh, Jesus, almost 9 o'clock. No wonder. I'm feeling tired. I have had to change my sleep schedule, Damo, so I am now getting up somewhere between 5 or 4 and 6 in the morning. Or thereabouts. And I'm usually in bed by like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Because I'm having to get up so early. But hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well as well, Mr. Insane. Appreciate you both coming in. We have been discussing because, well, I'm going to jump into next month because next month we want to see. I have something like 24,000 liters of buffalo milk. We just want to see how much that's going to sell for. For science, I guess you could say. That and just because of curiosity. So I'm going to pop over here. I don't think there's anything else I have left to sell over there, so it's fine. If I do, then whatever. Let's pop over here. Okay. Here. I'm going to set it for 9. This is taking, okay. At least the sun's up, thankfully. I can see. Yes, science, absolutely science. Must. Okay. So I'm going to skip out on all of it for the time being. We're going to sell buffalo milk because I want to know. After we sell the buffalo milk, I can come back over here and pick up the wool and all that nifty stuff. And it's easier to run with the truck without the trailer. Yep, I know you people think I'm a lunatic driving through. Yeah, it's fine. Look at this. Pull out in front of me like that. What's wrong with you? Okay, so... Whoop. I almost got a drift on that. This game needs physics so that you can get drifting. Although on snow it is kind of cool. Boy, this Ford hoes this road like no tomorrow. And the grass and everything else. Alright, brakes. Oh, good brakes. Absolutely. I think I'm on park too close. Let me in the truck, please. Can I get in the truck? No? Okay. Yeah, I parked too close. Let's try this a different way. It does sound good. It's got 7.3 turbo diesel in it. Jump the fence. Excellent. Hey, Cousin Skeeter, how you doing, man? Good seeing you, sir. Let's crank this truck up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. There is no spare capacity for TMR. Cool. We're going to take this with us. God, I love the sound of this rig. You don't really get that anymore, like the new trucks. The new trucks are just, no. And of course, there are a lot of cities, towns, municipalities, whatever you call them, that have said you can't put jailbreaks on them because they rattle windows. The sound of that jailbreak when it goes off, especially when it gets into the water. It will rattle windows. I don't know why. Alright, we will park this up right here. I'll come back and grab that in a minute. We are going to go grab our freshly 18 times washed milk shredder. It was a shame they don't actually have a truck wash or a trailer wash. That would be cool if you could take a trailer through and get it washed out. Alright, let's go over here and get some buffalo. Yes, it is a super sanitized. Oh, we have 4,687 liters of buffalo. 88. They must have gave one more liter before we picked it all up. Alright, let's grab. When you go through a tunnel with these, with the jake brake, it just makes it echo. It sounds really, really cool. Of course, for people that aren't used to that, it kind of messes with them. Okay, so if we can make this Yui. Get in here and get, oh wait, no, we need to U-turn to go in here to get the buffalo milk. And then we'll have to go and do our sell everything. Alright, how much total milk we're gonna have? Buffalo milk. 24? Do we have buffalo milk somewhere else? Hold that thought. Did we put buffalo milk in the storage over here? I guess technically we could have done that. No? Okay, that's weird. Where else did we? Milk. Solid, okay. That's these. Oh, we're out of straw. What? I'll put some straw in there. Okay. So apparently I only have 21,000 liters. I don't know. That was a miscalculation on my part or something like this. I could have sworn we had more than that. You know, I'm actually kind of surprised that that somebody hasn't built an actual milk tanker. They do have specialized milk tankers. It's literally a tanker that has a cooling unit system on it to keep the actual milk cold as you're going around picking it up. So it really does surprise me that they haven't actually built one and put it into the game. Or they might have it, and I just don't know about it. Let's see. Nope. So I've got all the milk, right? Just double checking. Yeah, all buffalo milk has been gotten. I don't think it's stored anywhere else. So, okay. Let's go sell it. 21,573 liters. I obviously did some miscalculations somewhere. Because I could have swore I had 4,000 or something that I put into the thing over there. We already had 16, so I don't know. Something messed up somewhere. I might want to slow down. 60-something miles an hour through town, going around a curve. Alright, so we're going to go across the sell everything. What? Did I do some miscalculation somewhere or other? Oh, I did do some miscalculation somewhere because we were calculating per liter, not per 1,000 liters. So what we should have put in, instead of putting 6, it should have been calculated at per 1,000. So yeah, we did miscalculate. Well, if you take in consideration it's 69,000 per 1,000 liters, that's 20. That's 20 of them. So you do 20 times 6,900. So it's 20,000 liters. Well, it was 21. So you do 21 times 6,900, and it equates to about what we got, which was 143,000-ish. So yeah, it's per thousand, not per liter. So yeah. But to me, it's still not worth it, even if you calculated that, because if you look at it, you're not getting enough of it to. I mean, you're getting 4,000 a month. The most you'll ever make out of it is what, 48,000. Let's just say you got 5,000 a month. That means you'll get 60,000 liters in a year. So that's 60 times 4,900, or 6,900. So it's 40 times 6,900. You're never going to get enough buffalo milk, because right now I can go get milk, which I've got 153,000 liters of it, and I can make more just selling it, just selling the milk at $1,000, $1,000 per 1,000 liters, because I got more of it. But then I can always turn around, take that milk, turn it into strawberry milk, and make 16,000 per 1,000. So, yeah, all good. It's fine. Alright, so what's going to happen is I'm going to end the episode there, because I have to do some calculations now. Because now I need to consider more greenhouses. I have to consider, okay. I did. I had 20,000 liters. But, okay. Look. 6,904. That is 6,904. And actually, it's 6,645 at the sell everything container. But that is per 1,000 liters. I had 20,000 liters. Actually, I had 21,000. So what you're doing is you're taking 21, because that's per 1,000. So you had 21 1,000 liters. You only had 21 of them. So you take 21 and multiply that times that amount, and you get 143,000, 144,000. It's all of it is calculated on per 1,000. So if you sell, like if I wanted to sell grass, where's grass? Okay, I want to sell hay. It's 113. It's called $100 per 1,000 liters. So I got 300,000 liters. So I would do 100 times 300, and I'll come up with about what I would get. So I wouldn't get tons. Let me see. Let me do a quick calculation. I get like 30,000. So it's not really worth it. But it's always per 1,000 liters. Everything in the game is per 1,000 liters, or pallet size, or whatever you want to call it. So you actually have to divide and then multiply. So if you've got 21,000 liters, you divide that by 1,000 and then multiply by the amount that you're going to get paid. That's basically how it breaks down. But okay, I have some thinking to do at this point. I have got $1.5 million almost. And by the time I go in, get up, and this is what is this January? Yes, this is January. If I remember correctly, clothes sell in January. No, they sell in April. Something sells in January. I can't remember what it is, but I'll figure it out. But we can go ahead and we can purchase. This is going to cost us 410,000. So we can purchase 7, 8, 9. Where's 10? Ooh, hello. We can probably get 10, 11, and possibly 13. 11, 12. We can get those 3. Where's 13? 13's up there. Goat milk, yes, thank you. I don't know if I'm going to sell the cow milk just yet. I'm thinking about doing strawberries and making strawberry milk, possibly chocolate. Which reminds me, I've got to take my cut sugar beets and put them in on Matanas. But if we get those 3, we can actually turn that into one big grass field if we wanted to. And then we can start putting in more cows and more water buffalo. But I have to put down, I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to concentrate somewhere up here, wherever we put our dairy, we're going to have to place some strawberries. And they need to be, if I'm putting my dairies here, I'm going to have to put them fairly close by. So what I might do is I might change up over here. I might change that into nothing and just put a line of freaking greenhouses on it. Although that's going to be messed up because of the way it's shaped. So we may have to put greenhouses up here, or we may have to buy, I don't know, we may have to look at that. Maybe it's flat over there. That's 1.5 acres. Yeah, I got some figuring to do, guys. I got to figure out how I'm going to make this work. Because we need strawberries, and we're going to need sugar, and we're going to need chocolate, because we're going to do chocolate milk as well. I think January is also when we sell our OSB, Miss Dust Money, and I do have a lot of those too. So we got a lot to figure out, or I have a lot to try to figure out. But I do appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you taking your time and popping in. Like I said, I'm gonna have to sit down and really eyeball some of this and try to figure out what I want to do with it. Because we need to make money because we still have, well, we have to buy all the way up to 42. So yeah, let's see, OSB, because I'm making OSB. Yeah, January. I've got OSB sitting over in storage over there by the wood, my second wood mill down there by the cows. So, like I said, guys, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. I'm going to go grab something to drink, and I'm going to sit down and look at this for a little bit longer before I head off to bed. I should have already been in bed. And because I'll probably wake up about 4 o'clock in the morning. But I will attempt to be back Saturday, and hopefully I will have a game plan moving forward with this. We're doing pretty good so far, though. Not gonna lie, doing pretty good. We are seeing an increase in our monetary amounts. But we need to do more. So take care. We'll catch up with you later. And again, thank you so much for being here. If you like, please like. If you like to, if you've been enjoying for a little bit, please subscribe. It'll probably be Saturday afternoon Maybe not evening, but well, it depends. I'm going to aim for Saturday though. But anyway, guys, let me get out of here. I'm really tired. Thank you for hanging out with me, and we'll talk to you later.